Hello and welcome to the Daily 10. I am Shona Virtue, a PT yoga teacher and ex-gymnast, and I'm really excited to bring these exercises to our session today because we are all about getting stronger for our runs. This is going to help build the strength around your knees and your hips to make sure that you can run not just pain-free, but also faster and for longer. After all, if we build stronger legs, we're gonna have stronger runs. And I've worked with you runners before, and I know how tempting it can be to avoid sessions like this, but they are just gonna improve your runs so much more. So let's get into it. Let's get into it, starting with our inchworm variation. So we're gonna reach down to the floor, walk out into a high push-up position, and then start to walk the hands back, driving the hips forward. So feeling like you're really using your hamstrings to pull you back up. If you'd like to work a little bit more into flexibility, you can perform your inchworm like this. This is the regular way. But if you're feeling like, okay, I want to start to also work on my arms a little bit, then walking yourself back is a little cheeky delt exercise as well. So I'll leave it up to you. Whatever works for you, you can kind of do both actually. Kind of walking the hands in. It is all completely up to you. I just want to make sure that when you find this plank position, that you really take a moment to hold that plank position, squeezing your glutes, finding it, and then walking back. Beautiful. Next up, we have our leap to catch. We're going to leap forward, pause, push back. Other side, push back. If you're struggling with knee pain, you can't quite do that yet, you can just move to a lighter variation. This is a regressed version. Obviously, another version would just be to step into it. And so just see where you're at, yeah? We can bounce, hold, push back. Bounce, hold, push back. Bounce, whoop, push back. Pause. I am much less stable on that right leg, on that left leg. And this is really important stuff to be aware of. You can also do this barefoot. I like the Nike Freeze because I just get an opportunity to feel my feet a little bit more while still being able to keep my shoes on. If you're in the gym, you can't just do stuff in a public gym barefoot. But if you're at home, you can give it a go. Beautiful. Take a nice rest. You can start to move through your ankles a little bit. Just using the rest period to feel into what your body needs is a really good way to kind of really bring yourself into the workout. We're gonna work on our multi-directional toe tap. So left side, I'm gonna come forward, side, back, forward, side. So obviously it means we're asking for stability through the right leg as we step that left leg out. I'll tell you when to change sides. 5 seconds, we'll stop. Okay, shake it out. Get ready for the next side. Here we go. Balance. Forward, side, and back. Of course, play around with the depth. Some of you are going to find you can only go a little bit before you experience knee pain. So just play with the range at which you can get to before it starts to actually kick in, before you start to feel that discomfort. The goal is to not completely stop movement when we experience pain, but to just work to the edge just before it. Next up, we have a single leg glute bridge. So come down to the floor, on your back, drive the right leg down, we're gonna lift up. Belly draws in, notice, I'm keeping my head off the floor by bringing my elbows in together, driving the foot down into the floor, thinking about curling to get my glute to do this. If I push my foot away, I'm gonna feel it more in the quad. I wanna think about driving the heel down to get the glute to really work here to lift my hip up. Beautiful. Changing sides, 5 seconds, we'll get started. I keep the bent leg, the leg that's not actually working here, really close to me. Like I think about really bringing this knee towards my chin or my forehead. Keeping a little bit of a round in my spine really helps to ensure that this doesn't turn into this. If it starts to turn into this, then we're losing the point of this exercise, which is to really be able to find true hip extension, asking the glute to do the work here. Beautiful, have a little rest. Okay, next up we have an isometric lunge hold. For some of you, this is going to be really hard on your knees. For others, this is gonna be fine. Play with the depth. Yeah, so some of you are gonna find, okay, this is as far as I can handle. If you want to emphasize the front leg, and particularly the glute, a little lean forward. If you start to lean back, you're gonna work the back quad. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Some of you may find that you actually need to strengthen here. We have 7 more seconds in this position. I'm gonna do a slight lean to really work that glute. I'm gonna take myself out of it, get ready for the left side. Now, if you took the quad variation on that first set, take it on the other. If you change your focus too much, then you're gonna find that there might be a little bit of an imbalance here. We try to stay honest, and then the second set, we can switch up our variations. I'm gonna lean forward for the last 10 seconds as I did last time. Ribs in, holding. Beautiful. Okay, nice work. Second set, leap to catch, okay? So maybe play with going a little bit further, pausing a little bit more, really working on that balance, really working on landing with a bit more force. It's really, really healthy for the knees. We could do this on one side actually. The first set I alternated, but feel free to do everything on the right leg first and then everything on the left leg. I'll tell you when we're changing. Balance. It's a nice way to notice balance. Beautiful. 5 seconds to change sides. I'm gonna work on this left, which really, she really needs help. Oh, I think in one of the last videos I said I wasn't gonna talk about that anymore, because sometimes we can hold on to our injuries a little bit too much, and because of it, we change the way that we behave with that leg or arm or whatever's injured. Really try to also push back off that leg as well. So it's landing, deacceleration, and then it's also having the capacity to push us back after we've done that stability work. Okay, multi-directional toe tap, here we go. Getting ready. Whichever leg you want to start with, to the side. I'm actually going to take my shoe off and just show you why it can be beneficial to do these things barefoot. Now this shoe is great because it does actually have the flexibility, and so it doesn't overly provide me with support, but other shoes do all the work for your foot. And the problem with that is that you never train the actual foot muscles. So let me show you on this left side how much instability I actually have in this foot because of those broken foot bones that I have. That when I start to move through this, oh, I'm much better now. But can you see some of that shaking? I don't want you to concentrate too much on what I'm doing, but it's important for you to take note of, like, are your ankles collapsing? And when they collapse, does that impact your knee? Sometimes our knee valgus, so knees dropping in, or lack of stability, isn't actually coming from the hip, it's actually coming from the foot and what the ankle is doing. And that's why I say making sure that you do some of these workouts sometimes with no shoes so that you can see, or with very flexible shoes so that you can see what's going on. It'll be confronting at first and frustrating. Come to the floor, but it will really to get to the bottom sometimes of what these issues are, where the imbalances are that might be causing some issues for your runs, for your body in general. Swapping sides. 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 seconds to change. Belly draws in, ribs pull in. I'm keeping my head off the floor because I want to create a sort of rounded position for my spine. You can have one hand at the back of your head, one hand holding this leg in, and that keeps your hip on this right side, or the non-working side, in that flexed position so that you can get a really good extension on the other side. And notice, do you have any limitations in how high you can lift on one side versus the other? Okay, we've got our isometric lunge hold. So whatever variation you took, maybe you want to change it up. You want to go lunge dominant. Maybe if your knees are feeling a little bit challenged at the moment, you want to reduce the range. So rather than going all the way down, you might want to just come a little bit higher and just practice. Also pay attention to what's happening to your feet. You can go nice and long lunge. This will give you some flexibility as well, but it's obviously not going to work in the same way as this kind of lunge, which is really challenging that back quad, also challenging your hip. Be consistent with the variations you choose as best as possible. Shake it out, changing sides. Again, it's really good in these isometric variations to take your shoes off and see what's going on with your feet. What you may notice is like the ankle just like struggling to find stability. Maybe your toes are gripping. Understanding these can really help you make changes that are more personalized to your body. 8 seconds. 2, 1. Beautiful, come out of it. Now, we've got a final exercise, which is something that I put in my postnatal program, but I think that everyone should be doing it for pelvic floor health. We're gonna be performing a glute bridge like this. So just start doing this with me and then I'll talk you through the variation that we're gonna come to. So you're just rolling your spine off the floor and then letting it roll back down. Now, what I want you to do is roll it up, hold. I then want you to twist. So drop the right hip, let the left hip come up, and then think about, imagine if you wanted your spine to come down on the side, one vertebra at a time, and then keep it in that position. Try to peel it off one vertebra at a time. Now twist, come down one vertebra at a time. And then see if there is one side of doing this that just is really, really good at it. So you're really, really delicate and particular in your ability to lift and lower the spine. And then if there's a side that kind of just can't do it, like it sort of plonks down. And so sometimes what this is demonstrating is that our adductors lack stability, strength, maybe we lack the proprioception in our hips, and this can be contributing to things further down the line in our running, in our sport, in anything that we're doing. Well done for working out today. That was 10 minutes. Like, this is so quick. I think it was actually longer than 10 minutes. It was 12 minutes 55. So look, I better go. I know when I'm not welcome. How did you find that workout? Let me know in the comments below. I love, love, love to read about how you're going, how you're feeling. My goal for this channel was to create workouts and program these workouts so that you feel uplifted and energized and supported with your health and fitness routine, rather than like it's another thing that you have to tick off the list and it's another chore. No more of that narrative. We're gonna just cut that right off. I know that these 10-minute daily workouts are going to help you do that. As you continue to train with me, and by the way, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, you're gonna feel more and more comfortable with just training in general and finding the right places for it to fit across your life right now. And so if you're starting to find that you feel good about exercise, that you feel like you want to take your training to the next level, then make sure you head to my website, take the quiz, and I will help you to find a program that works for not just the physical goals that you might have, but also that fit in alignment with your current lifestyle, where you train, and also the programs that are also going to fit around your personality a little bit more. In addition to being a PT and a yoga teacher, I'm also a psychology graduate, and I'm continuing my studies right now to become a sports psychologist. And a big part of what I do at the Virtue Method is to integrate all of this behavioral science and sports psychology research into our fitness practices so that we can harness the power of our mind, of our behavior, making our fitness just that much easier to integrate with a potentially kind of chaotic life. If you have any questions for me, put them in the comments. I can't wait to see you guys on the mat again soon.